I just shoved a bunch of that up in my damn mustache. Anyway, this is American Heathen. I'm Jason Lang. Welcome to church. I fucked that one all up. Anyway, so the way this goes is I edit all this stuff and my wife records it all and we collaborate and commiserate and
That's right.
Very
detailed.
Drive each other up the fucking wall.
Oh yeah.
So what happened was this first episode I was trying to get it all edited because I got like fucking 5 other episodes ready and it sounded like it was underwater. Like I didn't sound like I was underwater when I was talking, but the whole episode sounded like
an underwater ambiance.
Like there would be a I listened to it for a minute. I'm like, maybe I can get through this.
No.
About 2 minutes into it, I brought it into her. I'm like, listen to this.
No, I didn't.
Oh, hell no. We got to redo that.
Yeah, not even 30 seconds.
So here we are.
Take 2.
Take 2 of number 1 so we can get the rest of these done. Invading Iraq with 1st Platoon, Charlie Company, 2nd Battalion. 325th Airborne Infantry Regiment. But first, drinking horse soldier bourbon. Something interesting about this, that Special Forces ODA team that invaded, they were the first ones in Afghanistan riding horses and shit like that. Apparently, well, according to the back of this bottle, a couple of the Green Berets that were on that team got together and made this bourbon. So, pretty damn good. Anyway, that's what we're drinking tonight.
Apple juice.
Apple juice.
Horse soldier apple juice.
Mm-hmm. 0.004 thousand million % nothings.
Of apples.
Yep. So anyhow, gotta redo the first episode of Invading Iraq, which is me figuring out we're going to Iraq. So I had to go back and watch the old episode because I just do these things kind of sua sponte, just
improv,
swinging in the wind. So I had to go back and watch the last one to see what the hell I was talking about and see where I went. So anyway, some background. I joined the Marine Corps in the early 90s to avoid a prison sentence. And I was an 0313. That's an LAV crewman. Basically an infantry dude that works on the LAV or operates off the LAVs and shit. I didn't do dick in the Marine Corps. Got out, fucking security, special police, all kinds of stupid other different shit. Got back in the Army. My wife was gonna fuck me up. Okay. Came back in the Army. The reason I went back in the Army is because I wanted to go Airborne, and getting to the Airborne, if you've ever been a Marine, you understand getting to the Airborne's a bitch, because if you don't get the opportunity to try that. Anyway, it was a bitch when I was in, from what I remember, to get Airborne school if you're in the Marine Corps. And I mean, the Army's got a lot of fucking Airborne dudes, fucking a lot, like a division's worth of them. So I was like, all right, well, I go 82nd. Funny thing is, if you're prior service, so you've been in, and then you go and like I fought for a year to get back in because my discharge from the Marine Corps was medical discharge. I get into that later, but I fought to get back into the Army, and I learned when I got to MEPS that time after getting accepted in the Army, going through like a fucking year of proving I could do it. Well, they kind of punish you if you got out and come back in. So all the new kids at the beginning of the day, they the fucking guidance counselors, whatever the fuck you want, career counselors, whatever you want to call them. They come out in the beginning of the day and they grab all these new kids and they're, oh, look what we've got. Look what we've got. You can pick any job in the army. You can do this. You can do that. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, yeah. I don't get that. I don't get that. They come out like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. They about to close. I'm like, what the hell's going on? Dude hands me a list and it has 14. It's, hand me one piece of paper. It's an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. Like this. And it's got this many MOSs on it. 14. There's 210 goddamn MOSs in the fucking army when I joined the fucking army. It's got 14 of them that I can do. And my damn GT score says I can do any job in the army. Infantry is not one of the 14. I fucking raped. I was pissed. So I'm like, nah, I ain't doing it. Y'all knew I wanted this path with the infantry. And they're like, well, you can come back next month. Next month? You're doing this again tomorrow. Nope, you're prior service. You can come back next month. Okay, give me that damn list. So take a list. There's only 2 MOSs on the list that you can pick, semi-pick what duty station you're going to after your MOS training. Because, I mean, I was infantry in the Marine Corps, but I'm not going to be infantry in the Army now. So I have to go through MOS training, which that's fun. I didn't have to go through boot camp. Marines don't go through other people's boot camp. Anywho, so yeah, I get 2 MOSs to pick from because I want to pick where I want to go. One is cannon cocker, field artillery, and the choices are Fort Campbell, Kentucky, and Schofield Barracks, Hawaii. Hawaii sounds cool. Cannon cocker sounds terrible. Absolutely terrible. I'm sorry. I love field artillery, love calling for fire. You guys are fucking awesome. Love it. I don't want your fucking job. Fuck that. I'm an infantry dude. Okay? So, the only other job that you can pick your MOS, or pick your duty station, the only duty station they got to pick is Fort Irwin, California. I don't know dick about Fort Irwin, but it says California. I'm like, fuck it. I'm from the East Coast. I'm from Richmond, Virginia. I've been here my whole fucking life. Other than my stint in the Marine Corps, I was in North Carolina. So, fuck it. I go live in California for a while. Now, I'd already figured out once you were at your duty station in your MOS for 12 months, you could drop a 4187, which is a request for fucking, it's a request for all kinds of shit. You do all kinds of shit with that request. But you drop a 4187 and request reclassification from your MOS into another MOS. And so I already knew that was going on. So I'm going to go drive trucks in the desert for a year, and then I'm dropping a 4187, which is exactly what the fuck I did. So, end up out in the middle of the Mojave Desert, Fort Irwin, California, National Training Center. It's part of 11th ACR. And driving trucks across the desert, the big old Hets. Big motherfuckers. Hets is like the special forces of fucking 88 mics, if there were such a thing. It's a bitch to get a license on one, but dude, fucking 8 tires as tall as me. I'm 6 feet tall. They're not quite as tall as me, but they're almost as tall as me. Breaking them bitches is a pain in the ass. And the trailer has 42 fucking tires. 4 per axle. Or it's 40. It's 40 fucking tires, not 42, my bad. But yeah, and you break that shit and put them on by hand. Mad fun. It was great, especially in the desert. It was Wasn't hot at all.
Highly recommend.
Yeah, sure. Actually, NTC, if you're going in the Army or you're in the Army, if you're mature enough to handle it, NTC is one of the best kept secrets in the Army. So much time in Vegas, it was criminal. Okay, it was NTC was that place was fucking awesome. At least while I was there, it was. While I was there, I was going to a levy brief because I was supposed to be going to Turkey to be a driver to fucking an embassy, and 9/11 happened that morning. And my 41 is, I had been fighting my company commander with my 4187 because I'd been there for 12 months, but I could, it would sit, this son of a bitch, okay, he's not an approving authority, he's a recommending authority, so he has to send it forward. That's Army regulation, right? This motherfucker is letting this shit sit on his desk for 3 months at a time, and then signing no in the like approving authority block, and sending it back down to me. And the first sergeant I had at the time, dude, I hate to tell you this, you were a bitch, and he wouldn't stand up. So I was like, well, fuck it, I can get out of here, go to Turkey, fucking go to the high speed driver's course, get a fucking suit and tie, and go to the MP5 shooter course and all that shit. Because if you're an 88 Mike and you go over to drive for embassy folks, especially in a place like Turkey, you get to go through some special training before you go over there. Or at least you used to. I don't know how any of this shit goes now. I didn't go through any of that fucking training because, well, 9/11 happened. And I was at PT, came back from PT because I wasn't doing PT and watched the second plane hit. And while I was at the levy brief, they came running in and they're like, hey, go back to your fucking units. All PCSs, all ETSs are on hold right now. We're under attack. And that's when the plane, and I guess it was the one that they were trying to hit with Camp David, had just gone down. Pentagon and gets hit. All fucking times. So I'm immediately dropping my 4187 again. Funny thing is, I find out because I was an E5 now, I had too much rank to even go to fill the slot in Turkey, so they were going to find somebody else anyway because it was an E4 slot. Well, that's what I get for making rank fast. Whew. Cry me a river. But yeah. Anyway, I missed out on that. So, drop my 4187, and we get a new first sergeant Austin. And that motherfucker was awesome. I ran into him as I was leaving Korea. He was coming in, taking 19th ESC, which is like all the fucking units down south in Korea. And I can't say enough good things about that dude. But the CO did the same shit again after Austin came in, and he saw me pissed off, and he's like, "What's going on?" I told him what's going on, and he's like, "Oh hell no!" So he had me fill another one out, and then he walks it in the commander's office himself. And he says, "Sir, you're not an approving authority. You're a recommending authority, and I'd recommend you not sign the approving authority block again." And the next day, the shit was up at squadron, and 3 days later, I had an approved 4187 to go airborne and back to the infantry. That shit happened fast. Austin, dude, I love that dude. But I was an E5 promotable. I had to go through airborne training. And I had to go through the fucking. I left the Marine Corps like 6 years before I came in the Army, and then by the time I'm getting to the infantry in the Army, it's fucking been 8 years. We were on iron sights when I left the Marine Corps. We didn't have optics. We didn't, so I had to go through the shooting portion of all the fucking shit, and then graduation, and then at AIT, and then fucking So I spent like 3 weeks down there, or something like that, and then with Airborne school, 3 weeks, obviously, and then fucking November, late October, sometime between late October, mid November, I reported the 82nd. Ended up in Charlie Company, second at the 325 with a first sergeant by the nickname of 666. Because he was a dick to fucking everyone. So there I am in the 82nd. The 504, the 505, they'd both been out the door to Afghanistan, and the 504, if I recall correctly, was out the door in Afghanistan when I got there. And the 325 is sitting there going, we're the fucking parade brigade. We're not going to do shit. There's nothing going on. So we didn't think we were going to do anything, but by December, everybody's like, Iraq might be popping off. And some shit was going on down in Venezuela. Coincidence. So we were on standby. We were on DRF1, which, if anybody's been on Fort Bragg, DRF1 is fucking, you're on 2-hour recall to be 18 hours anywhere in the world. So we're on DRF1,
17.
and we started doing some training. Well, damn it, this one might end up longer now. Now this, oh shit. I'm gonna have to go right into it, but we're doing training because we don't know exactly where we're going. By January, we're doing more training geared up towards we're going to invade Iraq. I'm getting to fucking fuck with this big skill saw thing with the big metal cutting blade where you cut fucking fences down and shit. Thank God we didn't have to carry that fucking thing. It was heavy shit. Fuck that. It was cool to play with. I don't carry it. But we're doing train up, fucking. Had an interesting time with some Rangers. That was like how we found out it was probably going to be Iraq, and the train up. I should probably, because I'm trying to keep these at like 15 to 20 minutes to make them more easily digestible. Well, I get into that. We're at fucking. I'm at Fort Bragg, and we're in train up. So, be right back.
Really?
Mm-hmm.